Good morning. Let us start with today's session. Special cases of assignment problem. And what are these special cases? Let me portray the slide and we'll then see it one by one. So the special cases in assignments are what to do if the problem given is an unbalanced assignment problem. Now, what do you mean by unbalanced? As I already said, in the assumption of assignment, we have a major assumption that one machine for one job and one job for one machine. So from here, what we conclude is, or what we take it from there is, there should be number of rows equal to number of columns, or we'll say that number of jobs equal to number of machines. So what should be done if it is not equal? So that kind of problems will be known as unbalanced assignment problem. How to solve that we will see later. The second special case in assignment is maximization problem. So till now, if you must have observed, all the previous problems which we have solved were of minimum type. Find minimum time required, find minimum cost required, etc. We have not yet solved any problem which is maximization problem. So why I am telling this is a special case, we will see in the problems which will come later. Then third special case is restricted assignment problem. Now what does it mean, restricted assignment problem? Restricted assignment problem means that job cannot be assigned to that particular person. Then another case, and the last special case, is alternate optimum solution. Now what this alternate optimum solution means, as the name suggests, this problem will have more than one optimum solution. There may be two assignments, but the total cost which is required, or the total cost which comes, minimum cost or minimum time, both the cases will have same answer. So either you allot this job to this person or that person, the answer will come same. Final answer will come same. So these are the special cases, and we will have a look at all of these cases one by one. So let us start with the first one, that is unbalanced assignment problem. So unbalanced, as I said, it is not balanced. That means number of rows is not equal to number of columns, or in technical terms, I will say number of jobs is not equal to number of machines. So the question comes out to be here: a departmental head has 4 subordinates and 3 tasks to be performed. So from here only you can see that a departmental head has 4. He has 4 persons with under him, but has only 3 tasks to be performed. So here, from here only you can make out that it is a unbalanced assignment problem. And what we need to do, we need to estimate the time for that task would take to perform each is given in the matrix below. How should the task be allotted so as to minimize the total man hours? So first we need to find out what is the optimum allotment. So here it is written how the task should be allotted. So first we have to do assignment, and then finally you have to find out the minimum total man hours. The matrix given is like this. So from this matrix given also you can easily observe that there are 4 persons, Jay, Ajay, Vijay and Sanjay, and there are only 3 jobs, A, B and C. So this I mean by unbalanced assignment problem. By looking at the problem itself, you can identify that it is an unbalanced assignment problem. Now unbalancing can be any side. It can be on row side also, it can be on column side also. That means on machine side also or job side also. In this case, it is unbalanced in the job side, because there are 4 men and there are only 3 jobs. So balancing required is on job side. So it's very simple. First step, what you have to do. Okay. So keep in mind that assumption. That assumption was one job to one machine and one machine for one job. So if I have 4 different particular persons, I should have 4 jobs. But as there is only 3 jobs given, let me introduce one more job. It will be a dummy job. There is no job existing, but just to start our problem, just to solve or do our analysis part, we are assuming that there is one job which is dummy. Okay. So the first step in this problem will become to make a dummy row. So here it is not equal. Then you can see here I have written step 1b, insert a dummy row or column. In this case we will add a dummy row, because in row we are shortage. So what I will do is this I will make. So here you can observe in the 4th line I have created one dummy job. So as it is a dummy job, all the time required will be 0, because it is not existing. So there will be no time associated with the job. Why I am doing so? I am doing this to balance the number of rows and columns. Now it is very easy that there are 4 jobs and there are 4 machines, and we now can solve it by our regular procedure. Any doubts to anyone till this part?
Oh, sir.
Okay, just a simple step has been added, and that step name I have given it as 1B, and that 1B step is you have to either add the row or column depending on where the shortage is there, and we will name it as a dummy row or dummy column, and all the cost associated will be 0. Why 0? Because it is a dummy. We have introduced it just for our solving purpose, just to start with our solving procedure. So as it is a dummy, there should be no cost or time associated with it. So all the cost I have put in 0. Now it's very simple. It goes as our logical steps which we already follow in previous problems. So the first step is select the smallest number from each row and subtract it from other rows numbers in the same row. So if I observe here, in the first row, the minimum number is 2. Second row, minimum number is 3. Third row, minimum number is 3. And fourth row, minimum number is 0. So any 0 you can take. Anyways, it is 0, so we no need to solve anything. So after subtracting these numbers from that particular rows, so from, if I make a calculation for first row, it will be 7 minus 2. This will be 2 minus 2, 6 minus 2, and 3 minus 2. And so on. If I do for other rows, I will get this as my matrix. 5041, 0421, 2104, 0000. So can anyone confirm this, whether it is correct, so that I can proceed further?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
correct.
Okay, correct. Okay. So now as we have performed the row operations, that means we have created a baseline from the job perspective. From job A, B, and C, D, we have made it a baseline. Now we have to also see from the main perspective, that is from Ajay, Vijay, Sanjay, and Jay side. So again, simple logic. What we have to do, we have to select the minimum number from each column. Okay, so let me proceed further and take the same table. Yeah, so same table I have made here. If now you observe now that in this particular column there is minimum number which is only 0, so no need to make any changes because anything minus 0 will give you same answer. In this column also there is 0 available, so no need. In this column also there is 0 available, no need. In this column also there is 0 available, so this step has been eliminated because already 0 or baseline is already made. So what I will do, I will repeat this step as it is. So that's why I've written this is the step number 2, 3, and 4. All the things can be clubbed in this step. We don't have to repeat the matrix again and again to waste our time in examinations. Then after we have created baseline from both the sides, from the job as well as main side, next step is to draw minimum number of horizontal and vertical lines. Now here comes your logical part, or here comes your logical thinking. So can someone draw and tell me how many minimum number of lines cut all the zeros?
4 ही है.
तो 4 ही होगा ना.
4 हो रहा है, उससे कम नहीं हो रहा किसी से भी.
नहीं.
So here I can see that someone will take this as the solution. That means all 4 verticals. Okay, so this I have made a right mark. That means it is okay. Now someone will tell I don't want all 4 verticals. I will do 2 horizontal, 2 vertical. No issues. Someone will tell I will draw all horizontal. No issues. But I can see that there is no way in which I can cut all the zeros in minimum number than 4 lines. So any solution in this 4 lines will be an optimum solution. You can do as per your wish. So as it is now, number of lines is equal to number of rows and columns. What I will say, we have reached to our optimum solution. As number of lines are equal to number of rows or columns, we will say that we have reached to our optimum solution, and we will directly now start the assignment. Now for assignment, I have given you a simple trick. What you have to do, you have to go row wise, and wherever you find a single 0, just assign that particular part to that particular person. So if I go row wise, row 1, in row 1 there is 1 0 only available, so I will assign this part to Ajay, and as per the assumption of assignment, if one job is already allocated, he cannot be allocated the another job. And in simple terms, what I have told you, that cancel out any zeros in that particular row or column. उस row और column में दूसरे जो भी zero आएंगे उसको आपको cancel out कर देना. So in this column, I will cancel out this particular 0 in the last line. Then in second row, again, I can find only one single 0. So if there is one single 0, I will take this as my assignment and cancel out all the zeros in that particular row or column. So this 0, which is in the W, which will be cancelled out. Then again, if I come to the third row, again, I will find out a single 0. So I will make an assignment here and I will cancel out this 0. And finally, in fourth row, there is only one 0 available. So I will assign this particular part. So with this, what I have done, I have made the assignment. And now finally, I will write as all the assignments are done, solution is optimum. And once the solution is optimum, what I will do, I will find the minimum time required and finally write down the assignments. So assignments, I will write here. Assignments are A will go to Ajay, B will go to Jay, C will go to Vijay, and there will be dummy row which will be given to Sanjay. So can someone tell me what do you conclude from this answer?
संजय को कोई जॉब नहीं मिला.
Very good. So because there were four persons and there were only 3 jobs. Actually, there were only 3 jobs and there were 4 persons. So anyway, one person has to sit idle or should not get any job. So who is that person? That person is Sanjay. So Sanjay will not get any job because he is allocated a dummy job, and the other 3 will go as per the A, B, and C which we have solved. So this is the assignment. That is the first part of your answer. And second part, what we need to do, we need to find out what is the time associated with this particular person for this particular job from our original matrix, question matrix. So here you can see for A to Ajay, there is 2 hours required. Then B to J, there is 3 hours required. And C to Vijay, there is again 3 hours required. And D is assigned to Sanjay, that is nothing but 0 was there here. So no need to add 0. If you add also, you will get the same answer. So the final answer will be how many man hours will be required? Yes, chat box mein dalo fatafat answer. Okay, so proceeding further with our solution, and let us check whether the answers given by you are correct or no. So it was a simple problem. It is just 2 plus 3 5 and plus 3 8. So yes, the correct answer is the minimum total man hours is 8 man hours required if you want to assign this particular job to this particular persons. And now you can check anything. Now you can check any combination. You will not get even 8 as the answer. All the answers will be greater than 8. So that's why we say that this is the optimum one, and this should be utilized and this should be used, or this person should be used for this particular jobs.